Well, greetings, fellow travelers, and welcome to episode 20 of the 100 Houses playthrough. I am the Beard. This is the tribe known as Las Barbas. Last episode, which was yesterday, we managed to get some wheat in the ground. Yeah, that's correct. We are going to start baking bread. That's the goal of today's episode, start baking bread, which I think we actually probably will be able to do, even if on a small scale. I'm quite excited because with bread comes a population explosion. We're already sitting at around the 62 mark, which isn't bad, I must say. Let's actually have a look here quickly. 64 to be exact. And we do have some flax fields going in here. I believe these fields here are also being worked on. These guys have been done. These guys have just been rounded off. Yeah, we're doing pretty well on the agricultural front overall, boosting our knowledge quite substantially there, pretty much consistently. I'm only now waiting for the architectural knowledge to continue. So with the knowledge that we are probably soon going to have enough wheat to start baking ourselves some basic sort of breads, I'm wondering where we should set that up. Now, I'm quite keen to use all of this reed that we're getting in. Most of it's going to go to these. But I'm quite keen to build another reed hut, to be honest. I want to make this area here into our sort of cheese area, build a couple more benches as well. But let's do that first. I think that that's probably the way to go. So I'm going to swing this guy around here, bring up the this a little bit. I'm actually want to get rid, I think, of that that stump there, so I might clear it. I'm going to put this a bit back, just so I can, just trying to give myself the breathing space that we need. So that's another housing for another six of the tribe members, so that's already 12 across there. It'll already be 24 just in those there, which is a pretty good, substantial chunk of the tribe, to be fairly honest. Almost half of them. The rest of them, I'm pretty sure, are scattering themselves among here. I think this is 5 per here, so there's another 20 in there, and I think 5 in here as well. So another 20 over there, so 40 members across there. So I don't know if anyone is sleeping in the pelt huts or in these anymore, to be perfectly honest. They're definitely not sleeping in our fishing village. These are by far the worst houses on the market. But they are there in case new members of the tribe arrive. So that's down. I'm going to put that on a high priority. Yeah, that was built. So the tribe can get going on that. These cheese things also need to move. I want to make this my more permanent cheese area. These guys here are going to be the more permanent cheese area. These guys here, I think, might have a bit of a baking station attached to them. We're going to build another, where is it? The threshers here as well. Because we're going to need to do threshing of the wheat crops, which is going to be a thing that we're going to need to think about. I think that that's probably going to end up happening somewhere around here. I'm kind of keen for 2 threshers, just because it speeds things up rather speedily. I'm going to turn the grid back on just so I can get my spacing correct here. So I'm going to do one over there. I'm actually going to do another one right next to it over there like that. Those are going to be our 2 threshers for wheat. We've got 2 for flax over there. Right, so that'll go up there. And then I'm thinking bread baking. Maybe what we do is we take the back of this tent over here, and we draw like a little line, and in this area here we set ourselves up a very basic sort of bread making kind of area. And I think what we're going to do in order to do that is we're going to use our wattle fences as a sort of guide. So I kind of want to give us a lot of space here, so I think maybe something like that. It's going to be a very small basic baking area, I think. We're gonna maybe lob it off like that, and then we'll take you down to there. So we'll start like a little basic area in here. The other food processing things that we're gonna need in here, we're gonna need some mills. I think we will probably end up doing, let's do We've got to spin this around because the person's going to mill on the other side. So I'm thinking maybe 1 mill there and another mill there. We do 2 mills, maybe even 3 mills in the corner. And then we get one bread oven to start with, because I don't want to over bake, you know. You don't want to over bake. So the idea here is we do that. And then what I'm going to do is in the storage, I'm going to get ourselves a basket. And we're going to put a basket here. This is going to be for flour. Kind of like a little intermediary kind of thing like that. And then service-wise, I want a very big bench over here so the bakers can wet it out like... or maybe I should put a smaller one bench here, just a small bench. Let's put a small bench in here. The workers can wait it out over there. And then I am also going to put some of these here. Let's just get a bit of light in here. Maybe we do something like that. Okay, cool. All right. So that is setting ourselves up a very, very basic baking area. And we will have to shuffle around what we do with the wheat there. They didn't manage to get to this field. That's fine. We still have 62 wheat grain in the bank. Not bad if you ask me. I think if this goes up, we should be able to shuffle. I think we'll store grain in here, right? So we'll use this as an overflow. And then we'll put bake here, and then we'll move the bread to there. So that basket's just going to be literally for intermediary flour storage. Yeah, that's the way to go, I think. And once that's up, we will get another building up. And that'll help us turn this area into a bit more of a cheese sort of functional vibe. Let's also, I think, service is very important around these parts. So I'm thinking a bench here as well, somewhere around here for these guys, so they can chill. I'm thinking maybe like it's always nice to give people benches, Let's also put one over here. Might be quite cool as well. I want to make these quite open areas. I really like the way this one here ended up being designed. This little sort of like the whole kind of living area attached to sort of a very big production kind of vibe out the back. It appeals to me. It appeals to me greatly. Okay, let's just get rid of all the icons so we can look at the beauty that is this game. It still is a very beautiful game, I must admit. All right, we also spoke about planks, right? We said we had a lot of planks. How many do we have? 41. Yeah, let's lay down more planks as well. I think they're in service now, are they not? Yeah, they're in service. Okay, cool. So this is also a very useful thing. That's now linked. I think these guys here deserve a walkway, perhaps. How far can I get this? I can do that. It cuts off over there, though. So if I move it one down, and I start over there. Ooh, that's quite nice. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to give these guys a plank through. If I can do this. Nope. Is this going to work? Nope. Okay. We'll just lay those ones there. Spend those planks on that. We also need to think about how we get these guys cooking here as well. In this corner. These houses need a bit more structure. I'm thinking actually another 2 of these back to back over here, so it ends up being 6. And then we do a couple more beet and bean fields as well. Are you planted? You are. And how many are left in here? 80 and 45. Okay, cool. We've got a lot of beets and beans. Okay, that's actually really good. So maybe let's do that now. Let's think about where the beans and beet guys start putting more of these fields in, I think. Yeah, so production. Okay. Let's bring up this. So there's a bit of a bank here. We start going downhill. This corner here could be quite cool. There's a lot of space here. We could put more beans. We could also run sort of more smaller patches and use them as frames, if that makes sense. I don't know if what I'm saying actually makes sense, but that could be something that we do. I'm thinking about maybe framing this guy with like bean and beet fields that run along here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's have a look here. So we want a 1, 2, 3, a 1, a 1, 2, 3, a 1, a 1, and a 1. So let's start putting. If we do this like this, and we go, that's our nice field. And then we do. I think that's a pretty good field too. Yep. They're gonna have to cut down those trees, but that's fine. We'll do another 2 bean and beet fields there, I think. So let's make this beets, and we will make this peas. I keep calling them beans, but they're actually peas. And then what I'm hoping to do is we can use some of these if we ever really struggle with the animals. With the group of migrants. How many? Oh, a nice group. Oh, what's our happiness like? 81%. This is good. Okay, that has taken us up to 66 people. Nice. And we've got another cow who is young. We always like young cows. Female, which is good. Very big and robust. Nice. Ooh, we can make stone roundhouses, guys. Yes, that's what I wanted. That immigration there. Let's have a look. Yes, over 50%. Okay, we can now do the roundhouses, everyone. That is absolutely fantastic. Let's actually have a look quickly. Yes, okay, cool. So we are fast approaching being able to do the longhouses here, everyone. That's 21 people in a longhouse, and that's where you really start like busting your population up. But what I'm really excited about now is we can do log roundhouses. Oh my word, that's a lot of logs. 125 logs. Also still 100 straw. These are stone. 300 logs. 300. Ooh, we could do one of those. That would be quite cool. Mud's also not bad. 500 mud. We could do muds. I like the mud. The mud ones look really good. But we've got some houses going up already. So let's wait till this one here is done, shall we? And then we will get going on some of those roundhouses. This is exciting, everyone. Not only are we going to get bread, look at our wheat crop. Yes. Yes, sir. But we are also more than likely gonna get ourselves a roundhouse too. Maybe not in this episode, but at least we'll start planning one. Hey, look at this. This is good here. There's a lot of cropping and chopping going on here. This is for the new bean and beet fields. Lovely tribe, lovely. And we've got our first stone. Let's put these on. I'm gonna put them on normal. They're not built yet. Thresher's ready to use. Fantastic. That's probably one of these threshers here. Nice. This is going to be for grain. When we get that in, as soon as we start getting some wheat grain in, we'll start threshing that over there. We've still got 62 in the bank, so we could even start using some of that to bake this bread. I think that's the idea. At least the one that I got in my head. Right, our first millstone is complete. Look at that. And another thresher and another bench. Okay, so this is for flour. These two, I think, are still being built, which is good. So let's put this here, this basket, on our higher priority, shall we? And this thresher is now done, so we can put grain onto there. We're very soon going to come for our harvest. That wheat is coming in. What I really do want is that basket up, because if we can start doing some grain. Hang on, let's go and have a look here at the grain. Is this grain? This guy is probably on a stored and extracted. Okay, cool. So we can extract some resources out of there. So maybe someone will actually do some flour. See if we get some flour into the bank here. That would be really fantastic, wouldn't it? This oven's coming along too. I am so happy to see green along the line here. No reds. Really fantastic. So the other thing we're going to do this episode is, and I'm keeping an idea on our stone here, because I do want us to build all 3 of those versions of those roundhouses. I think kind of like we did over here. We'll kind of build like a demo showroom version, like these 3 here, like all 3 of them. We'll do something like that, and then we'll build little clusters later on of each individual type. Okay, cool. This is now almost done, so we want to put flour in there. Okay, grand. Look at this. We're making flour. Cool. We've got first bit of flour. Where is it? How much do we have? Where is the flour? We've got 1 flour. Let's put this bread on our higher priority. This is great. And we got another storehouse ready to use. Okay, so those are these 2 new storehouses. I am going to put grain on this one. And we are going to put bread in this one. Nice. Bread in there. And hopefully soon we will actually start making bread. So I'm going to put that on a medium priority. I'd like to keep an eye on our grain. Just make sure we never run out. Although look how rich this wheat field here is looking. That is absolutely great. We're going to have to plant a lot more of this. In fact, wheat, guys, you didn't get to that field, but that's understandable. Can I, if I do this, can I put another wheat field in there for you? I can actually. And I might even run a wheat field along these squares like this as well, like that. Okay, we're just gonna run it. Scroll out a little bit. Want to get this a little bit bigger. So this all here needs to be wheat as well. Oh no, wrong again. Did it wrong again. We got to do the whole thing from there all the way to there and down there as well, like that. Okay, cool. Let's get this all wheated up. All wheated up. All of this needs to be wheated up. Wheated up is the new word, guys. Wheat. Yeah, that's the one. And that'll turn this here. It's a really nice little garden, this, actually. When this is in full flourish with the flax here. Doesn't this flax look cool growing around the trees here? That's really nice, actually. I really quite like that. We should do more of that, actually. It's flipping cool. Yeah, we're going to roll it in. I really do want bread, though. This is almost done. Fantastic, guys. Look at that. We're rolling on this. Almost 50% of the way. Bring that over. Let's get that one up and running. Success, everyone. We have our first oven up. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing? In fact, actually, you know what? That's our screenshot. That is the thumbnail, as it were. Yep, that's what we're going to do. This here is going to help us exceptionally. I think partly because, and I want to point this out, we're now at 69 tribes members strong, which is incredible. I did push them on by helping them gather a little bit of mud. I want to see how much I might leave that ticking so we can store up a little bit more, because this has gone in, which is fantastic, brought more housing to the party. And very soon we're going to actually have, I think, some bread, because this here should have something baked in it fairly soon. We've got 9 flour, which is great. And we've just done a big harvest. We've got 100 wheat here, which is amazing. And I think that this here is going to produce a lot of straw as well, which will help us. As you can see here, the goats are already piling in. This here, it should be more full, to be honest. Here you go. There's some threshing. So that'll keep that up high. In fact, that hasn't dropped below 50, which I'm very happy about. So yeah, all looking good. And we're sitting at also on a 91% tribal happiness, which I'm hoping will encourage some migrants too as they come towards the village. Okay, so with that in mind, I think that we should start looking at planting some of these, right? So mud, I think, is probably going to be one of the easiest things for us to get hold of. We also do have in the bank enough raw stone for one of these. And because we've got raw stone in the bank, I'm thinking that actually these are what we're going to start with. Now, where do we put these? That is actually a very good question. So we've got big pea fields coming in here. I'm thinking that maybe this area of the map might need something happening before we start sort of expanding over that way. So let's look at what we can do in this area. This is where we're going to build our showroom, as it were. So we can have a look at these huts. I think we're going to build them all facing each other. And we're going to try and give ourselves some space here for some more wooden pathways and stuff. So not really the flattest ground here. So we get to do some interesting things. I'm going to put this guy in like that. We're going to have to cut down that tree. But that's fine. I'm going to put him in over... So this is our stone, right? That's the stone. Correct? Yep, stone. Okay. And then we are going to plan a... I think the next one we'll do is we'll do a mud one. We know what these look like. These are the ones that we've had in the game up till now. They're the most used ones that we've used, or the ones that we've used up till this point. I want to give myself a really nice big area in here. Perhaps we're even going to put a fireplace in this one. These guys might get their own fireplace. There. And then we will do our log showcase house on this side. We might need to get a couple more dudes into the log felling business. I'm even going to go one back here. No, that's better. Like that. Let's go to service. I think a large fireplace could be really quite cool. I'm going to put it fairly in the front here. So I'm going to put it there. And then we will take some of these small benches. And we will also put these guys in. I'm thinking maybe we even do one... maybe something like this. We do a small bench over here. Or a small bench in front of the fire would be really the best thing. So we'll do this. Small bench like that. Okay, cool. Awesome. So we've now got our... at the start of the next few houses. We should actually go around and count, shouldn't we? So we've got 3 over here. So that's 3. That's another 3 over here. Or 4 over here. So that's 7. Then we've got another 4 over here. So that takes us to 11, which is kind of nice. 11, and then we've got 5 over here, 16, and then we've got 4 over here. So that takes us to 20, and then these over here to 22. So that'll be 23, 24, and 25. That'll take us to 25 houses, everyone. That's grand. That's absolutely grand. Up to 25 houses, which I think is, yeah, it's 1/4 of the way there. 1/4 of the way there. I mean, you know, you have to start somewhere, don't you? We're also going to move these cheese stations at some point. Oh, new migrants. How many, though? 2. Do we accept them? Let's have a look at our food quickly. We're dropping on our food counts, but we're still holding pretty steady. And I do want the extra hands. The extra hands are always good. You can do a lot more with extra hands on the house, which is nice. And I look at our herd. It is cooking. I think we might need to do some herd management just now, particularly on the cows front. What are we sitting at? 70 exactly, everyone. We've reached 70 human beings. And on the map, we're starting to look a little bit more significant. 9 years in one place, though. Not bad. Not bad. I think we have indeed found our forever home. If we were ever doubting it beforehand, there is no doubt now that we have found our forever home. Right. What's next? We're doing these. These are the bean and beet fields. Yep, these are going to be a while till they get going. We should probably also get some walls around these guys at some point. I left that a little bit close there, didn't I? That was a little bit close there. Too close to comfort, really, but we'll sort it out. You know, you got to have some narrow gaps somewhere occasionally. Okay, so mud is going to be something we're going to need to gather. We're also going to need a lot more logs. So wood choppers. I'm going to up you to 100. And I'm going to give you an extra 2 people so we can collect wood. We're also going to need to think very soon about opening these up for the next season's planting. We got 55 in here. Is that all in here? It's in there. Okay, cool. And we still got some that we're threshing. Yeah, we still got 82 wheat. So this year I don't want to fill up all the way. I think I might keep that at that reserve. So these here, the whole idea with these is you keep these low. So these are just your grain reserves, right? Ooh, we look at this. We got bread. We've got our first 3 pieces of bread, everyone. Yay. That should make everyone super happy. That should make everyone super, super happy. We've got 9 things of flour in there too. Great. So dinner, do we have bread in here? Nope. I'm gonna make this high priority. Okay, cool. Let's actually make the fire here. A year's on high priority. Okay, cool. So we are actually baking bread here, which is great. We might need to set up a lot more fireplaces in the future. Because it takes a while to process, you know. I think you get 3 bread off 1 flour, which isn't bad. But we're not going to produce enough with just 1 fireplace. It's just not gonna cook it. Okay, let's just go over here. I'm really excited for these new houses though. These are them here, right? Here you go. Cropping. Should we put this guy on the high priority one? And we'll put the mud one and the log one on second priority. Yeah, there you go. Let's get these cooking, guys. Right, we're approaching the middle of winter at the moment. The tribe has done an absolutely fantastic job at starting work on these 3 roundhouses, and I'm really actually stoked that we put them down at the same time to watch them going up. How cool does this stone roundhouse look with those smaller stones, and they're just making that just so good. And also the log roundhouse too. I like the mud ones were awesome, but it's so nice to see all this variation here in what we can build. What's the problem here? There are few wild dogs to hunt. That is not a good thing. Let's us turn hunters. Let us stop hunting wild dogs then. Please, let's not overhunt. We would like to... are there horses to hunt? I would like to not eradicate wildlife populations. Must keep our steady supply of meat coming in. People are really digging fish. So I've upped our fishermen to 10. We have a lot of fishing knowledge, almost at 100% fishing knowledge. I actually wonder if it's possible to get one of these to 100%. I've never done that before. That would be a really cool thing if we could max all of these out, although I actually doubt it's possible. The flux and flow of tribe members. Yeah, okay, cool. So there are not enough wild horses. We will not ask you to hunt wild horses then. That's all I really wanted to know. So this is coming on absolutely fantastically. The last thing to round off this episode, and this is something that I've noticed, is if we have a look here, we've got 16 flour, we've got 10 bread. This is not pumping out enough for us at a time. Basically, we could do with another oven. So that's actually what we're going to do. We're going to put down another oven. Now, this was meant to be a small baking area, like just 1 to start with. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe even what we do is I might even remove these for now, as in get rid of them completely. And we will build another oven in the corner here, and then instead I will build a stone mill. Let's do it. I think I'll do it right next to the basket like this. I think we actually only need 1 of these. 1 of these and 2 ovens should be good. So let's get those up. Let me just get my things up here. There you go. Let's get those up. And then we should be able to push out a little bit more bread. Because the tribe really likes bread. They eat the bread really, really, really quickly. I don't know, you know, bread and cheese is a really nice sort of mix. But this was the goal of the episode, which we have achieved, which is fantastic. Next episode, we're going to head up the hill. to that little glowing spot up there in the trees, and we're gonna build more religious buildings, because if you have a look here, we can do a whole bunch more, which is amazing. We still need passage tombs, which I'm actually really excited for. Passage tombs help with the burial thing big time. But I think what we might end up going for here is probably going to be one of these big temple menhirs, and then probably an altar up there, and then we might do a couple of trithlons as well. I might even do something down here for these guys to play with. Look at this, guys. We've got our second planting of wheat in here. Fantastic, guys. This is absolutely fantastic. Let's do it. How much are we sitting on? 60. Yeah, that's cool. That means that we've done pretty well. Okay, that's done. So let's build another of these. I think we can put them in right about there. I'm moving a little bit more over into the corner. Could have put a bit more space there for this, but right next to the flower here. I'm gonna put this on normal priority, and this one's gonna go on high priority. Yeah, so 16 flower, not bad. And the bread is the bread's sustaining us. Not fully, but it's giving us enough. And we've got more than enough milk in here. So next episode is all going to be about livestock management, and we will finish those lovely roundhouses over here, which will bring us to 25 buildings. And then we'll plan a new religious project. And then I think after that, it's all going to be about moving over the river. Because on the other side of the river, I'd like to establish some very large wheat farms, so we can really get agriculture pumping properly. Until then, look after yourself. I am the Beard, signing out.